Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of all of my art books that I've collected through the years. Some of these I've bought on my own, usually from gift shops. Wait, no, not gift shops. Sorry, I misspoke. From used bookstores. I try not to buy books from gift shops, especially museum gift shops, because I feel like I can usually get a pretty good deal at a used bookstore for pretty good quality. But a lot of these books are also from my travels, or they're given as gifts, or they're like from family members. So yeah, I first wanted to talk about how I use art books, because I feel like for the longest time, my main source of consuming art was through the internet, mostly through Instagram and Pinterest. And this kind of became a problem because like the way those sites are designed, you can like refresh and reload and get new images so quickly. But with a book, you have to like interact with the image at a much slower pace. And I've noticed that as a result, I'm able to retain the information better and remember it more if I don't get like that constant like dopamine rush from like refreshing a page. So yeah, that's why I kind of opt for collecting books, and they also serve as a tool within my own artistic practice. And I kind of want to like give an analogy to like how they conduct office hours in the School of Computer Science at my school. So they'll give you like a really tough assignment and they want you to get stuck. And when you get stuck, you go to office hours, and when you go to office hours, there's like a TA that helps you, but the purpose of office hours is so like the TA would help you for maybe about a few minutes, like maybe 10 minutes max, just enough help to get you unstuck, just to get the ball rolling again. And this kind of guided learning is more effective than just giving like a model solution to you right away, because you engage with the material more. And I kind of view my art books similarly. Like, I don't look at them for very long. I never read cover to cover. Like, I'll read cover to cover for a novel, but with these picture books, cover to cover can get kind of overstimulating. So, yeah, it's more of like a way for me to like see if I get stuck with my drawings or my photography. I can take a quick look just for maybe a few minutes and then get unstuck, instead of just like blindly copying what I see on the paper, which is like something I've struggled with a lot in the past, and that's like something I'm trying to unlearn. The first category is going to be like museum exhibition catalogs. The second category would be like books specifically made on artists, and then I have manga. I think manga is really important to me in terms of like drawing. Like I really appreciate like its ability to like bring together community and like fandom. Finally, it's going to be like miscellaneous. These are going to be photo books or books that aren't necessarily for art, but I think they're very beautiful and like well designed and are inspirational to me. In this category, I have 3 books. I have masterpiece paintings from MFA Boston. I have Degas Cassatt from National Gallery of Art. And then I have Impressionism and Post-Impressionism from Carnegie Museum of Art. These 2 I got at a used bookstore that's in Pittsburgh. And then this was my father's. He likes to collect books, but I asked him if I could have it, and he was like, yeah, sure, go for it. So starting off with MFA Boston, this is just like insane and like incredible. The quality of the print is just like amazing, and there's a lot of like older work from maybe like the Renaissance or like a lot of old masters work. So this is a really good reference if I wanted to like more like photographic or like academic style paintings. And also the cover is John Singer Sargent, who I love. So yeah, this is an amazing resource and like such a steal because it's in really good condition. Next we have Degas and Cassatt. I love Mary Cassatt. Mary Cassatt, that's how you say her name. I really love the way she portrays motherhood and like children in her paintings. She's a really big inspiration to me. And also just like the looseness in her work is just like, oh, to die for. But that's the case with like a lot of impressionist artists you'll see. But yeah, Degas and Cassatt, they were like good friends. and I think it's really cool that they like sustained like this connection with each other for so long. Edgar Degas and Mary Cassatt were like homies, which is really cool. And she was actually born really close to Pennsylvania, and if you see this girl, she's wearing like tartan, so I want to think that this painting has something to do with CMU because it's like tartan and she's from like Pittsburgh kind of, but that could just be like speculation, but in my heart I believe she goes to CMU. Yeah, finally, this was my father's. This is kind of like an index of like the really big impressionist artists and post-impressionist artists as well. And we have, I believe this is Van Gogh on the cover. I'm pretty sure it's Van Gogh. Looks like Van Gogh. But yeah, really good artists I love. Oh my god, look, it's Mary Cassatt. But yeah, this is a really great book. Love this one. Alright, the next category is going to be artist books. This first one I have is Van Gogh. This is my dad's. I haven't really had a chance to fully look at it yet. I got it maybe about like 2 weeks ago, so I don't really know much about this book, but it's in really great quality, and he was like, I don't really look through it, so I was like, fine, I'll take it. But yeah, Van Gogh is just like iconic, like you can't go wrong. I got this in Japan. It's by Takato Yamamoto. It's called, oh, there's a hair. It's called Pan Erotica. I've seen some of his work on Instagram, but seeing this book in person, it was just like so striking. Let me flip to like a page. Like the level of detail in his work is like so incredible and like really inspires me to like slow down with my own work because I have a really bad habit of like rushing. But this the patience it takes to do this level of detail is like so good. But yeah, this is a really good resource for illustration for me. I have 3 generations of Wyeth art. This was from a used bookstore. It's about N.C. Wyeth, Andrew Wyeth, and James Wyeth. So grandfather, father, son. It's really cool that they all made art. Before seeing this book, I only really knew about Andrew Wyeth because he has that really famous painting called Christina's World. But N.C. Wyeth and James Wyeth also make really cool art. N.C. Wyeth does a lot of like illustration for like children's books, which is super cool. And James Wyeth, let me see, he paints a lot of animals, and just like all of their work is so wildly different, yet there seems to be like a common tie, so it's cool how that works. Yeah, I have Degas Beyond Impressionism. This was from a used bookstore. I feel like the way he uses composition is really interesting, and also his colors are not really realistic. That's the case with a lot of French impressionists, but Degas has been like a really big inspiration to me. Like I first learned about him when I was really young from my art teacher, and like it's just been in my mind since. So yeah, it's nice to have a copy of this book to reference that. I have Paul Waldman. I got this book at a used bookstore, and I had no idea who he was, but I think when I was flipping through, I was really attracted to like the way he uses composition, like the way he frames these pictures inside of a 2D plane is really interesting. Like I would never really think to do this, and also just like the limited color palette. Like his work feels so restricted, yet he's able to make these interesting pieces. So like that's why I was drawn to this book and decided to buy it. But yeah, pretty awesome book. Yeah, like he paints a lot of like, he does a lot of work with like the figure, and I do too, so I see him as kind of someone to learn from. This was a gift. I would not buy this retail price on my own, but I received this as a gift. Someone very, very important to me gave this to me, and like I love John Singer Sargent. I know that's like so basic, but like he's just goated, okay? Big book of John Singer Sargent, and a lot of his works from the beginning all the way to the end, like his portrait era, and then towards the end of his life when he was doing more nature, etc. And like the colors in this book are just so vibrant and like incredible. Maybe I'll do a little flip through so you guys can get a better sense, but the quality of this book is just unmatched. So I can't believe I received this as a gift. Like I'm beyond grateful for this. But yeah, John Singer Sargent is really, really amazing. yeah, so that's it for all of my books on artists. So first I have The Life and Manners of the Day by Hokusai. I first saw this when I was in China, and then I didn't buy it. And then I saw it in Japan, and I was like, okay, I'll buy it. But like his line work is like so interesting and like different from what I do. So I think it's like really good to gain inspiration from like artists who are so different from me. But yeah, just like with lines and like two colors, you can create such beautiful images, and they're so intricate. It's a little bit similar to the Takato Yamamoto style, and I do know that Yamamoto was inspired by Hokusai manga. So it's just cool that I get to have both of these books. But yeah, I love this. Super small and easy to carry around. I have Death Note, the first volume. I love Death Note. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And just like the manga is like, I think the art style in the show, low-key did the manga really dirty, but again, similar to Hokusai manga, like amazing line work, and like so much value is being communicated just through these lines and blocks of color. Like this is like so insane. But yeah, I got this at a used bookstore. I feel so lucky that it was just waiting for me, so I bought it. I have two books by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who is the author of Chainsaw Man. I have Look Back. I first read it online, and then I found it at a bookstore, and I decided to get it because I just really love the story. I've been drawing since a very young age, and I feel like a lot of the themes in this story like resonate with me, so it's very emotional, and like I just love this, and also the illustrations are like wonderful. Let me find this spread I really like. This spread in particular is like so iconic and like beautiful and like has so much emotion. So yeah, let's Look Back. Highly recommend reading it. This volume of Chainsaw Man, the Bomb Devil arc, I believe. This was a gift from my friend, and yeah, Chainsaw Man. And now we're at the final category, which is miscellaneous. Yeah, so some of these are like photo books, some of them are design books, some of them have nothing to do with art, but they're just like sources of inspiration for me. First up, I have a dictionary of color combinations. This was a gift from my sister. It's really simple. Like the name suggests, it's a book of color combinations. So we have combinations of 2 colors, 3 colors, finally we have 4 colors. So I kind of use this book if I want to stray away from like doing photorealism or like realistic colors, because a lot of these color combinations don't really occur in nature, which is really cool for more like illustrative or like graphic designy stuff that I'm into. I have this Onitsuka Tiger catalog. I got it for free in the store, like they were just handing these out. But I kind of treat this as like a photo book. I know it's like kind of like editorial fashion, I guess. Yeah, but these are really nice photos, and the poses are really cool. Like just like so much swag. So yeah, thank you Onitsuka Tiger. I also love the cover. It's like Kill Bill. Like I know Kill Bill and like Onitsuka Tiger are like related, but like I love Kill Bill. I have People in Their Homes by my friend Brooke Schwartz. Like the name suggests, it's people in their homes. And this is hand bound, and it lays perfectly flat, which is like really impressive. And I do know that like Brooke is like super into bookmaking, but the quality of the print is like really, really nice. Brooke does a lot of photography, especially film photography. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm actually in here, haha, teehee, that's me. Yeah, so thank you, Brooke, I love this. I have this, this is like this, ignore how this is like a little bit dirty. But this is like the RISD like college admissions package, like the college mail that they send you so they apply to your school. But this was just like too pretty to throw away, because normally I would throw it away. But yeah, RISD knows what they're doing. Like I think it's very inspirational for like just like layouts and stuff to make like an engaging like spread at this size. So yeah, that's why I have it. This is a gift. It's a book about automotive repair manual. It's a book about repairing cars. I don't know anything about repairing cars, but I have this lovely book because like the graphics in here are just like so beautiful. Like I really love like isometric like CAD drawings. I love the way they look. and like the text and typography is so simple yet effective. So yeah, that's why I have this book. It's just really fun, but like I don't really know what's happening in here. I have Johannes Itten's The Elements of Color. I mostly bought this book because I liked the way it looked. I didn't know who Johannes Itten was at the time, but then I found out that he was really important. So it's like, oh wow, like what a nice coincidence that I just bought this book by a really important person like on accident. So that's like really cool. I have this photo book. I'm not too sure who the author was, but I was really drawn to it because of like how the colors looked. I believe this was all like done in like film, some kind of like analog material, but it just feels so nostalgic. Reminds me of like pictures like my parents would take of me as a kid. Yeah, it just feels like so genuine and raw. I'll try to figure out who this book is by. Yeah, really beautiful book. I have this holiday book by Adolescent Content that they sent to me. Thank you for sending this to me. It's also like an index of like photographers that are signed under their agency. So they'll kind of like introduce a photographer and then do like a short bio and have some of their work displayed. So it's a really good inspiration for like photo editing and like colors. Yes, that's why I like this. And I'm actually in this, which is cool. Thank you, Adolescent Content. I got this at a vintage market. This was $5, but it's a book about China. And I was drawn to this because I really like the size of the book and how like simple it is. And I also just love the photography in it. And like the layouts are so simple, yet they don't like take away from the photo. Yeah, so I'm really attracted to like these kinds of like vintage photographs. And like how can you arrange text with the photograph in a way that's like not distracting? So yeah, that's why I got this book. So this is C Graphic Index. Like the name suggests, it's an index of like Chinese graphic design agencies across the planet. Yeah, so this is like a really good source of inspiration for like graphic design work. I wouldn't consider myself a designer, but these images are fun to look at, and they kind of are a breath of fresh air for like different styles of like illustration for me. But yeah, I just love how like they manipulate like the characters in like the Chinese language. So that's really, really cool and a really good source of inspiration. Because I feel like on Pinterest it's a little bit hard to find that. So yeah, this book is good for that. This is Petra Collins' Coming of Age. I received this for my birthday, and like Petra Collins is like my hero. Like John Singer Sargent is my hero for painting, and Petra Collins is my hero for photography. This book features a lot of like her earlier work in addition to like a lot of her newer like editorial stuff for like fashion brands. But yeah, just her use of color is so incredible, and this book is like, it's so heavy, and like the cover is like this calico material. Like I'm just so lucky that I have this, and like I just love this book. Yeah, so I'll do a little flip through of like all these books and throw them in the video. So that's all I have for today. Those are all of my art books. I hope I can continue to collect them because I just love looking at different kinds of art. And I hope you found this video interesting. Maybe if you're familiar with my art, it can like better contextualize like where or what kind of influences me to make the art that I make. But yeah, that's all I had planned for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to see my artwork. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!